Hello. Here on Thursday, July the 11th. Is it a little fucked up? I think it's a little fucked up. Yeah, let me forget. Yeah. That's because it was sitting precariously on your Doctor Who boxes that I showed you yesterday. And then it was, when I set it down on one of my phones because I have my regular phone. And then I have, oops, my work phone with some bling. Hey. But yeah, I had it sitting down on one of those. So I thought, I'll just sit this down. And I set it down. Or I moved the box off of the phone. And when I did that, the camera went bloop, bloop, bloop. And it's still a little bloop, bloop, bloop. I don't know what about that made my inner stoner want Cracker Barrel. But I do have the rest of my barbecue Cuban in the other room. So I sat down and I dozed off. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I do have food to eat and a question to answer. So we should probably get to that, I suppose. Didn't do much weed eating today, but just enough to, it splattered my glasses. So that was fun. I got mud all over. Well, I have my clip-on sunglasses that I put on, so these are fine. But I can see with them. It still looks weird to me, but I don't know. It still looks off kilter, but it's fine, I suppose. And tonight, at my regular job, I get to leave an hour early. That doesn't really do me much good, because, I still have to go work for the city tomorrow, but at least it's 1 hour I won't have to be there. And actually, I'm curious how quickly I can get this brought up, or not. Because I tried to put in an hour of PTO to see if, it would cover that hour that I'm leaving early. Yes, I'm aware I'm clocked out. Thank you. Yes, I'm aware I'm clocked out. Thank you. Time off and absence. See if I, what day would that be? That's not what I did. Where's my 1 hour? It's not even in there. It's not even in there! I tried to ask for this day off. And then it all would have came out of PTO. If they're trying to, cut hours, save hours, whatever. No, it still says pending, so there it is. I found it. But, yeah. Cover that 1 hour. Of course, I'm pretty, we have a grace period, where as long as you clock in by 10 after, you don't get half a point, and I push that every day. And then, take a little extra on lunch, because I'm not ready to go back. Sometimes it's just nice to sit in the break room in the quiet, in the tranquility, when everyone else goes back to work, since they make us all go to lunch and break at the same fucking time. Ugh. It wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't of course, some people go to their cars or go to, their house if they live close enough, whatever. So it's not like everybody's in the break room, but everybody who's left is in the break room all at the same time. And it's like, so sometimes it's just nice to sit there and enjoy the peace and quiet before going back to work sometimes. But yeah, so I already, probably miss a couple hours of pay every week because, I go back from lunch 10, 20-ish minutes late every day. So, but it is what it is. It's just if they'd just given it to me off, it would have came out of a different pool and they could have saved themselves some money, I guess. But anyway, the 11th. Who do you wish you could meet? Ow. I'm just not, I don't know, I don't know. I'm not real big on, like, celebrity, I guess, because, like everybody always asks, oh, are you going to Comic-Con? Are you going to Planet Comic-Con? You know, a few years here in town, the Whiteman Air Force Base actually, or at least they called it after the Whiteman Air Force Base, I don't know. I can't remember what they called it. But they did a comic convention at the campus here in town, you know, on the college campus. And I didn't go. I mean, I don't know. You go to those events and it's like, it's not like you know, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, basically. You know, like, oh, I met Stan Lee. Well, it's like, well, so did everybody else who paid like $200 and stood in line for 8 hours. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you ran into him at Costco or something, just randomly, accidentally, you know? And also, you know, like, they're, you know, like, it's their kind of their job, you know, in some ways. Like, everybody's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I mean, not everybody has that experience with people that they've met necessarily. I hear William Shatner can be, you know, either or, depending on the day sometimes. He can be a little bit rambunctious. But it's like, everybody's like, oh, blah, 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 XYZ was so nice. Well, yeah, I'm nice to customers when I'm on the clock. You know, like, I just... So the whole, like, going to you pay money to get in the door, and then you pay more money depending on, like, who you want to go see, or if you buy stuff, you know, or whatever. And it's like, I mean, depending on what experience you want to get with the celebrity, you know, it's like, if you like to sign, if you want them to sign your Funko Pop, it costs extra, or like a selfie, or if you just want an autographed picture, you know, it's, I don't know, there's just like different costs, and it's like, I don't know, you just spend money to get into a place to spend a hell of a lot more money, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of like, and I don't, like I said, it's just not, I don't know, it's just not special to me to, like, buy a ticket and get in to see somebody. You know what I mean? It's just, okay. It just seems a very sterile environment, I guess. Maybe that's not the right word that I'm looking for, but it's like, hopefully you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. It wasn't like, the year that it went, we had the flooding in my hometown. 1993 was a big flood year. And actually, our tiny town, Hardin, was the one here in Missouri that had the coffins floating down the river, floating away. So we like they heard about that over in China. Like, we were like world famous. That's, you know, what Hardin is known for, unfortunately. But, you know, whatever, man. But one night we went down because they were doing like a live telecast, the Channel 9 News, and they were at the edge of the water where the water was, and they were doing you know, a little telecast there, you know, and it was actually, I believe it was Bev Chapman. I got to meet Bev Chapman, and it turns out it was kind of weird because, like, I don't know, I guess I expected, because it was TV, I guess I had this idea in my head of what it would be, and I thought there'd be like this whole production, and, you know, like this big, like, you know, I guess I was thinking a movie set or something. There'd be like security, or something, like, I don't know, like a velvet rope, I don't know, but no, it was just Bev Chapman, the camera woman, and a truck. Like, that was it. Nobody else was there. It was them and their truck, and that was it. And they were doing their telecast from there, you know. So that was kind of, you know, like, unexpected, like, or, you know, my Kevin Bacon story. Not that I got to meet him, but I guess we were in close proximity. He walked right in front of my face, you know. Like, that's what you don't expect, you know. But of course, you know, he was trying to keep a low profile, you know, and not get bothered too much, I guess, you know. But if somebody went outside and asked him, like, "Are you Kevin Bacon?" And he's like, "Yeah," I guess, from the story that I heard anyway. So, I mean, he was still nice off the clock, you know, from the sounds of it anyway. But but he was, you know, still trying to like not get noticed being out in public as much as possible. I think, you know, it's probably nice for a change to come to a small town. It's like, and just kind of mix in with the townies, whatever. But I don't know. Like, there's nobody like at the convention they had here, right here in Warrensburg. David Yost, Billy, the original Blue Power Ranger, was one of the guests the first year, and it's like, I mean, he was always, you know, one of my favorites. I was just like, I don't know, like, the whole, like, it just doesn't feel like a genuine experience, I guess. Like going and, like, meeting somebody at a table and paying them money to, like, dance, monkey dance, you know, like, I mean, of course, that's how they make money. I'm sure they appreciate it. Like, that's, like, you know, if they're not, like, a working actor or anything, they, you know, get to go to these events, these conventions and stuff and make money. They're like, you know, be sure to, like, suggest me or tell your local convention you want me there. I have Sandy Selner, I think is her name, how you pronounce it, on Facebook. She played Alpha 5, and she's saying that all the time. People are asking, like, oh, are you going to be anywhere near blah 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 blah? And she's like, well, you know, request me and maybe I will. You know, like, she actually liked a picture of my cat once and said it was cute. So every once in a while, like, a Power Ranger will, like, wish me a happy birthday, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy, because I have a few of them on Facebook that I've added, you know, but, of course, Nick got me the cameo from Zordon that one year, so that's floating around somewhere, but there again, you know, it's paid to do it, so that's how they make money, I guess, you know, so they appreciate the tip, I guess, you know. Appreciate the business. I guess they're their own small business, I suppose. So go support small business. But I don't know. There's just nobody that, like. I mean, it'd be cool to, like, make a movie with them or you know, make a TV show or something with them. You know, be in the Power Rangers as a Power Ranger. That would be badass. But I don't know. Just like meeting someone, like, I don't know, I just, nobody is that important enough to me, I guess, that I would want to meet them, be in the same room as them, I guess. As far as, like, celebrity goes, I don't know. There's it was A Savage Harvest, I believe is the name of the movie, and I was watching that. It was on Netflix. I believe it was on Netflix that I was watching that. And one of the girls in the movie, her name is Ramona Midget or Midget something, and she had this shirt on in this movie, and it said so. It was like for a diner. And then I saw that it said it was somewhere in Missouri, and I'm like, was this movie made in Missouri? And I looked it up, and oh shoot, what's the name of that? Oh my god, I can't think of the name of. I bought a lot of their movies. Of course, I haven't kept up with them to see if they were putting any new ones out, but it's based in St. Louis. It was a you know, a film company, film company, based in St. Louis. So yeah, they were. I was like, oh my god, I watched a movie that was made in Missouri. That was kind of cool. And I found that was probably creepy, but it's like, I figure she doesn't get a whole lot of people, like, she doesn't get a whole lot of recognition for, you know, what she did. And I actually thought she did a really good job in the movie. You know, she's actually one of the performers that has been in multiple movies of theirs. You know, it's one of those. You know, they reuse the same performers over and over again, actors and actresses, And so I messaged her on Facebook. I'm like, I just watched Savage Harvest. And I'm like, are you the Ramona Mijette? I just wanted to tell you you did a really good job, you know. And she's like, well, thank you. You know, she's like, yeah, that was me. Thank you. She's like, I think I did better work in some of the more, they did put out a few more, like, artsy kind of films that she was in. Savage Harvest is just a basic, like, you know, they release some ancient evil demon thing and it chases them through the woods. And so it's maybe, you know, like, but as far as like a fun horror movie, it was a fun horror movie. They made a second one. But I'll try to, I'll look up the, if I remember, of course, that's always, let me, Savage Harvest. That's not, that's like a lion. What? That's not the right, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. Savage Harvest 2 October Blood. Yeah, so that's the second. I found the second one on Amazon. Here's Savage Harvest. Special Collector's Edition. Eric Stans. He was the director of it. He might have been like the writer and stuff too. Blu-ray is $30. I have one of their movies. What's the name? I think it was something where they went to some of the local like theme parks that had shut down and stuff, and they were filming it. They were using those as their locations, and I think that movie actually is pretty expensive. I think that's one of those like out of date or out of print movies that's at least at one point was going for a pretty penny. Wicked Pixel Cinema. There it is. I found it. Wicked Pixel Cinema. Whee! They're still going. You can buy Savage Harvest props, apparently. Horror Society Reviews. Anxiety. My cart is empty. Oh no. But I will link you to their website. I don't know films. Oh, Anxiety. There's another new one. In Memory of Ratline. Deadwood Park. There's Deadwood Park. That's the one. Ice from the Sun, Scrapbook, Savage Harvest 2, Savage Harvest. I don't think Deadwood Park is available anymore. And that's why it was going for a pretty penny at some point. But, oh, well, no, you can buy it now. $22. Never fucking mind. At one point, it wasn't available anymore. But, oh, I'm pretty sure that's the one. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. But yeah, since she, you know, is in this, you know, little known, of course it's on Netflix, you know, it might be a cult film. I don't hear people talk about Savage Harvest very much. But you know, it's not like she goes around to conventions and stuff, not that I know of anyway, I suppose. But, you know, since she is somebody who I didn't feel, you know, like I said, got accolades or, you know, got very much recognition for the work that she's done, I Facebook stalked her and sent her a message like a fucking creeper. And, you know, just to tell her that, like, hey, you know, I liked you in this movie, you know. But, I mean, as far as meeting her, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not looking at it, you know, I'm thinking of this, they didn't just say celebrity, did they? You know, who do you wish you could meet? Well, I mean, you know, there's a lot of internet friends that, you know, I wish I could meet. Oh, as my book falls over from my stack. You know, Chris has been, you know, pretty active. He's been, you know, leaving lots of comments on lots of my videos, and he's put in a lot of work. I'll say that for all of these questions of the day that are like 20 fucking minutes long because I don't know how to shut the fuck up. So, you know, people like Chris, meeting Chris, or you know, some of my Facebook friends that I've never had a chance to meet would be cool. Like Steven Tartaglia. I was close to him and I didn't even think about it. When we went to that we went to visit my sister's family, and we went out to New Mexico. I was a couple hours away from Steve. And he was like, oh, he's like, it would have been worth the drive over to meet you. And I was like, God damn it, I wish I had thought of that. Like, I didn't even know. I didn't even think of it. I don't even know if I knew we were going into New Mexico. I don't know that I knew what all we were doing or whatever. But it's like, I was so close to Steven Tartaglia, SC Tartaglia, from way back in the day. You know, one of the original YouTube people that I followed. You know, Wolverina, if I ever go to Norway, I think she lives in Norway, I believe. You know, so like, you know, internet friends that I haven't had a chance to meet. I've had a chance to meet a few, you know, so that's always cool. So I mean, I guess there, if we're throwing celebrity in the trash, because apparently that's where I think it belongs. I don't know. Like my internet friends, I would like to meet any and all of my internet friends as possible. You know, I'm so sorry. Steve doesn't watch these videos anymore, but I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Steve. Oh my God, that was too many S's to try to get out all at once. I'm so sorry, Steve. I wish I had known. I wish I had thought of being so fucking... I guess I just didn't think anything about being so close to him. But damn it. I got to meet Goofy Dude a couple times. He came down and hung out. He just lives in Iowa, I think. So that was one of my YouTube friends. You know, so I've gotten a chance to meet a few internet, Facebook, YouTube friend people. So that's a good answer. I wish I had thought of that in the beginning before shitting all over celebrities. But hey, you know, whatever, man. Yes, good times, great oldies 95. I have to. Once I start, I can't not finish that quote. It's like, there's another one that I can't think of at the moment. It's like, once I start saying it, I have to say the whole fucking thing. It's just the way the rules work. But anyway, now that I actually came up with a good answer to the question, you know, I'm going to let you go because this has been long enough. And I have a sandwich I wanted to eat. Yeah. I'm going to enjoy leaving an hour early from regular work tonight, even though it's just going to be a longer nap in between regular work and second work, but, you know, whatever. I got Sean some Pepsi for him to have while he's here. Actually, I'm drinking one. Right. The bottles right now, it's a 12-pack of bottles, is like $6. I was like, that's cheaper than a fucking 12-pack of cans. So it's like, I'm going to go with that. And, you know, it's a much better deal. I guess you don't get as many flavor selection, but hey, Pepsi works. That's what Sean always wants. So I got that. And tomorrow I have to do the getting of the ready to have 2 guests, because I don't usually have 2 guests. But anyway, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you in one of the